Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Every election cycle, you can you can set your watch to this. Donald Trump will pick a handful of cities to attack, and surprise, surprise, they're almost always run by Black African Americans. Let's look at Baltimore City, Baltimore, Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago. The message that these cities are corrupt, broken, and dangerous. But here's the truth: this isn't random, and it isn't just about policy. It's a political weapon built on decades of racial coding and dog whistling policies. Today, we're breaking down exactly why Donald Trump keeps targeting Black led cities, what it has to do with Maryland, and why it's part of a much bigger strategy. My name is Neville Philpotts, and I'm your host. Please like, share, and subscribe so you can get new videos the first as soon as it's being released. Let's start with the obvious. The list of cities Trump has gone after. In 2019, he called Baltimore a disgusted rodent infested mess while attacking the late Congressman Elijah Cummings. In 2020, during the election, he went after Detroit, especially Black and heavily Black precinct, claiming voters fraud without a shred of evidence. In 2023 and 2024, he turned his sight on Atlanta, attacking Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Wills, while waving a story about crime and corruption. And Chicago, that's been a constant punching bag in his speech, using the city crime stats often extravagantly, claiming that the Democratic led doesn't do any work. See the pattern? Majority Black cities, Democratic leadership, high political value in national elections. This isn't coincident. It is a tragedy. Now, Baltimore wasn't just random tweets. Target for Trump. He's had brushes with Maryland before. But here's the twist. There's a record of him even there's no record of him even trying to build here or being rejected for a real estate project. What's on the record is that one of his companies, Trump Mortgage LLC, was licensed to operate in Maryland, but it wasn't building any skyscrapers or hotel. It was just a paperwork to allow the business to operate here. The closest the closest big Trump real estate place to Maryland was his redevelopment of the old post office pavilion in Washington, D.C., into the Trump International Hotels, a $200 million project just crossed the border. And if we go further back, in 1980, Trump even tried to buy the Baltimore Colts, an NFL team. Twice, both times, he was shut down. The team eventually left for Indianapolis. So when you think about his Baltimore comments in 2019, they weren't just politics. There's a history, pride, and ego in the mix too. Why does he do it? Three main reasons. Number one, it's a dog whistle. Politics. Trump knows certain parts of his base respond to cold, radical attack. He doesn't have to say black leaders is bad. He just paint the city as dangerous and corrupt, and this and his audience fill in the blanks. Number two, election math. Cities like Atlanta, Detroit are in swing states. Georgia and Michigan can make or break a presidency election. If you can suppress turnout or make voters doubt the system, you shift the odds in your favor. Number three, the law and order image. He uses these cities as examples to position himself as the strongman who can fix urban America, even though the real problem aren't rooted in decades of is rooted in decades of underinvestment and segregation and failed federal policies. Let's look at number four, his historic playbook. If you think Trump invented this playbook, think again. Richard Nixon had the Southern strategy in the 60s, a way to poll white voters in the South by talking about crimes and law and order instead of saying the quiet part out loud. Ronald Reagan had the welfare queen, stereotyping, weaponizing, radical resentment over social programs. Trump just updated the formula for a social media age. He's used it from the Central Park 5Ks in the 80s to push the brutalize against Obama, to calling African nation shitholes, countries. The message hasn't changed in a decade. Only the microphone has gotten louder. Here's why this matters. And it's not just talk. When Trump attacked these cities, it shaped how millions of Americans see them. It fueled racial resentment, make black leaders a target for harassment and threats, and gives cover for politics that underfund these communities. It's also distract from the fact that rural America, including many Republican strongholds, faces poverty, drug abuse, and infrastructure decade just as bad, if not even worse, than cities like he criticized. But you won't hear him talk about these cities or these towns in his campaign. No, you won't. Again, my friends and family, if you appreciate what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. And drop me a comment to let me know what you think. Donald Trump attacking black led cities aren't about saving them, they're about keeping power, dividing the country, discrediting black leaders, and suppressing voters that could remove him. from office. Don't get it twisted. This is not random and it's not new. It's the same old playbook with a new coat of paint. I myself, I lived, I've lived in Baltimore, well, in Maryland. I've lived in Baltimore City for several years, from 74 upwards. I've lived in the suburbs for a couple of years. I love Maryland. I've never lived anywhere else but Maryland. I've visited several cities, but Maryland is mine. You know, my personal feelings. When I first got here and started hearing about this millionaire Donald Trump and the things he had achieved, I kind of had admired him. But after digging deeper, especially after the 80s and the Central Park Five and his refusal to apologize, even when he was proven wrong, and even when they were exonerated, he, he refuses to apologize. And the way I see him attack black leaders, my mind changes. I remember I used to go to Atlantic City a lot, and I used to get coupons from his hotel to go there and gamble. And I would take the coupons, go there, put it in the slot machine, play 2 games, cash out, and go across the street to another hotel and gamble. I don't think what he's doing is right, but I cannot change him. I can just let you guys know what my feelings are. I know some of you might disagree with me, but that's fine. I have no problem with that. We're all humans, and we all formulate our opinion and opinions in different ways based on circumstances. So before I go, when I ask you, please like and share this video and subscribe and leave me a comment, any comment. I'll respond to your comment. This has been the West Best Media, where we tell it like it is all the time. We try to speak the truth on subjects I think you might be interested in. Have a blessed day and peace and love.